So Apple kind of has this, legacy in a way of kind of not giving us certain features on our devices. So not too long ago with the iPhone X, Apple actually had a little bit of a cool feature with this device that they didn't even go and showcase to us until a few years later. The specific feature was back tap. And what this allowed us to do was essentially back tap or, double tap or triple tap on the back of our iPhone. And we will essentially be able to do different things. We can power off our iPhone, take a screenshot, lower or increase the volume or different things like that. And I think this was implemented back in iOS 14. And this was a really big feature in my opinion. Pretty much any iPhone with the iPhone X, XS, and so on and so forth was actually able to go ahead and get this specific feature, which was so awesome. And this was something that I looked at and I was actually super happy about. Now, more recently, why this is so important is because the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 13 also have a kind of like a little bit of also kind of have this same type of, feature as well. And we found this out because with the wireless charging cases that these iPhones actually support, it looks like these iPhones are actually able to go ahead and wirelessly charge their case while they're charging up their iPhone. So this was another really big thing that Apple ended up, kind of implementing. So in a way, our iPhones do kind of support reverse wireless charging. So what I think is going to end up happening probably sooner than later, there's probably going to be a point where our iPhone is probably going to be able to support wireless charging or reverse wireless charging our devices. And I think it's going to start with things like maybe AirPods and maybe even Apple Watches. If you think about it, an Apple Watch is very similar to an Apple Watch does have, a proprietary, wireless charging, pad that it uses. But when you look at things like the Samsung Galaxy Watch, for example, that has a similar type of charging capability to it with the same type of charging, pad, but it's still able to wirelessly charge from a Samsung phone, which, it shares, I think, a lot of overlap. And with something like the iPhone 13 and iPhone 12, I do think Apple at some point could actually implement a feature in the future where they will unlock this specific wireless charging capability on these iPhones. And I don't think it's going to be for the iPhone 11s or earlier because they don't have that hardware. But from what we know, these newer iPhones like the 12 and the 13, because of this feature, because of that charging case that came out, this could actually end up being a feature that could be implemented for these iPhones. And if that ends up if that ends up coming out, that is going to be very, very crazy. I don't really understand why Apple hasn't made this a feature yet that could completely, revolutionize how people utilize both their AirPods and their Apple Watch, because then you can go ahead and just, use those Apple Watches and everything with that iPhone. And I think they would get a lot more sales with that if they were to go that direction. So I say that to say in the future, I think we're going to be getting these hardware, implemented into these, iPhones, and then maybe a year or two later, they'll actually unlock that feature. It's tough to say right now, but that is one thing I wanted to mention. If you have any other questions or thoughts about this, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.